He said they were coming in the game. They knew we had heavy hitters in the game. Me, the Regis at that time, you know, Jamal always made Jamal always the ghettos and all these stuff. You know, we charge X amount of dollars. Okay, if these promoters only deal with these people, how do we break the ice? We're gonna undercut you.
What you mean?
Undercut, like whatever you want, we're gonna charge less.
So you heard that from the grapevine?
Yeah, no, that wasn't from the grapevine. I heard that from Scrap.
What did he say?
He said that that's our game. Our way to get in the game is gonna be to undercut the other DJs. That's how we're gonna get in. Then we're gonna run it.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy DJ Fire Kid, Youngest in Charge podcast, and right now I'm here with the 4, 5, 5th. I done ran out of rock awards, but you know he got every rock. I only got one of them, and he got the rest of them. Like, what is it? Like the 5th time rock award?
I have 4 reggae DJ a year and 1 DJ a year.
So he got like 5, 6, 50. He got all the rock awards. Maestro.
Yo, me G.
What's going on, my man?
Crucial.
How was everything?
You know it go crucial every time.
Yo, let me tell you about Maestro, man. When I was growing up DJing, I really didn't have the luck to be around Maestro because I was on another team who really wasn't on his team, and it was a lot of rivalry going on. So I didn't really get a chance to be around him in my early stages. But but one thing I could tell you about all the stuff they said about you, man.
Yeah.
That shit was true.
I know.
Nah, we're gonna get into it though. For the people who don't know Maestro, man, tell me about you. Tell me where you were born.
I mean, I was born right here in Rochester, New York, bro.
Okay, 585?
585, mother and father from Jamaica, mother from Spanish Town, father from Manchester. You understand? Them forward like a year, about a couple months before me did born.
Okay.
I went them forward. Well, when my mother did forward, my father was going back and forth. My uncle was already here. My 2 uncles did there. My father traveled back and forth, go to Jamaica, because I have a brother, I'm 10 years older than me. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So
tell me about the so this is where you got your music, all your music and stuff from. This is where you found like the passion for music.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's kind of in our blood. It's in our blood, and then like it's really my dad and my uncle. My uncle, I don't know if you old, I know you're not old enough, but we had a spot called Beverly's way back in the day when I was a pick deal.
I don't know what you talking about.
Right, bro. If I hear the old people talk about it, but my uncle used to DJ there. My uncle's like the pioneer of the old school house party and after hours back in that them. They were talking about 70s, 80s, 90s, them days there. So I was around that type of arena them time, that environment that time. My dad had a joint on 5th Street after hours, food and drinks and them something. The difference was my uncle was an actual DJ. My dad was just a lover of music, but they were competitive in music.
Okay.
Cool, so they both had sound systems back when we talk about in the 80s or 90s. So one get 418, okay, I have 5 now, or mine better, rare.
Yeah, back when the competition was hot.
Yeah. But it's like brotherly competition though, like type joint with them.
Scene.
But far as music is concerned, I watched my dad do parties. My dad was never a DJ. This is the difference. This is why I think this has helped me out. My uncle was an actual DJ. He father with speech and mixing songs and selection. My dad wasn't really a DJ. He just liked to play music. So even when he had parties, he would just pick out song and play, bro. Like to the point where it no matter what the next record was, he have a stack of records, and whatever it was, look at it, play it, put it on the turntable, boom. Like literally stop the music, take record off, put one nigga upon turntable. Them ways there.
So when was the first time you got around some turntable and say, yo, I kind of like this DJing and I want to take it seriously?
It was around that time. I'm talking about 5, 6 years old.
Damn.
I'm talking 5, 6 years old. I was in the basement all the time, messing with his equipment, or trying to at least, attempting to mess with his equipment and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
That's a long time.
It's a long time, to the point, like I said, he wasn't a DJ. So I would put stuff in order.
For him.
He wouldn't even know. I'm not supposed to be really touching this stuff. I know Jamaican steer already. Can't touch nothing like that. But I would take some of the records, put them back in his sleeve. And then while he's up there, he's entertaining his friends and drinking and being bartender to and crack jokes and all these things. I'm up there rearranging songs. Records are like 5 and 6, bro. Okay. Because I like, this sound better after this sound better after this, or I've seen the crowd react to this after he should have put this one on, them ways there.
Do you remember your first event, like your first club party that you walked in, or teen party? Or?
I think the first club event I ever got booked for was at the Penny Arcade. Bunch of white dudes booked me.
That was called, what is it called back then? It's by the beach, right?
By the beach, yes. Penny Arcade back then.
Okay. It was called Lakesiders then. Lakesiders
recently,
okay,
Lakeside.
Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I'm talking like 2004 or 5, maybe. It's right after I got out of high school. I got my first club gig them time, but I still wasn't outside like everybody else yet. I used to do high school stuff for like 200, 250 when I went to East, do high school gigs and things like that, and people party whosoever, senior skip days.
Talking about 200, 150, 200 people?
No, $250.
Niggas are still DJing for that right now.
Fam, we talk about that later. Fam.
Oh.
Word. Nah, that's it. So y'all see when I talk, sometimes this is why I'm like, yo, fam, but bro, I was getting this in high school, fam.
2003.
2003, fam.
It's about to be 2023.
Bro,
y'all right, still playing for damn near free.
Right.
Y'all gotta stop it.
Right.
Yo, what was that first party you was like, yo, I don't know if you bust a crowd up a certain way or you played to a point where you was like, yo, this is what I need to do.
I think it was one night in Eclipse. So how I first got into business here in the town was I wasn't outside with everybody. I wasn't out in all the clubs that everybody remember as a teenager of my age group. I wasn't outside like that. I was in the house DJing, learning how to DJ all the time. I came out of my mid-20s when I really started going out there. But I want to say it was Eclipse one night. We used to run out Eclipse back in the day because nobody wouldn't book with. Because you know, young kids outside, me and my brother. I wasn't an MC. My brother was my MC. Yeah. A lot of people don't know. My brother was my MC. So we came out. I remember one time, I would never forget, it was in Eclipse. We kept the Christmas party, bro. Jam pack front to back. And we came out like we were like a Stone Love or something in the game, fam. Like it was like the pack, like 12:30, 12:15. And I started to play, and I started playing like Mag and Heritage, and I just brung it up from like slowly to what you call it. It was like, yo, brother, the money can't deal with me.
What year was that?
I want to say that was probably like 06, 07, around that time.
That's when Dancehall in Rochester was hot.
It's hot, bro. It's hot. It was starting to get there, really hot them time there. For at least for my generation and the DJs that's around me now and whatnot.
That was a good era in dancehall too.
Yeah. The music definitely. Musically itself definitely was a good joint around them time there. Especially, you know, we had folks here, and folks was bringing artists to the town. You know, I think some of the more skillful selectors started to forward them time to hear.
What you trying to say though?
Well, put it like this: before a certain group of DJs was here, me included, on the scene, you know, there's a different style of DJing here. You know, you had it was less mixing, it was more so selecting and talking.
Okay.
So speech and
old school.
Yeah. So speech and drop song. You know, you had those guys who had the voices to talk on the mic like a Bobby Nitro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You had a father who can crack jokes and Chuck Norris who can crack jokes and drop song. And them ways, but
like the start and stop.
Yeah, them ways that they wasn't really like mixers like that though. We know that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's no knock to them or nothing, but they wasn't like that. But that wasn't they style. So you know how that go.
Definitely. What would you call? So that's like 06 area. When did you start? Would you call your DJ career like? Would you take it for a passion or is it like a hustle back then?
Back then it was a passion, definitely, because that way you make the crowd look, bro. And for me, them time that I had most of the sounds here asking for us to be on their sound. Right. Like real talk. I had big sounds here and out of town, like, yo, brother, wanna go on? Cause them time that we were dropping mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really got my name around it.
So you didn't get on those sounds?
Nah, bro. Except for before I got a website, no. I had my own song.
We'll soon get to that.
Yeah, we started Frontier Disco, like back when I was in high school, me and my brother.
Old school shit,
Frontier Disco, and then we changed our name to New Brunswick Movements. Like
Brunswick
Movements, which was Brunswick is in Jamaica, part of Spanish Town. One street in a Spanish Town where my family reside down there. My mother's side, I family. So we said New Brunswick, we as the new youth them, Brunswick and movements, you know. Just moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around that 06 to that 2010, 2012 area, who were the DJs that were like the top people around you, like the top guns you could say, okay, it would be Maestro and a XYZ on the dance?
Around them time, again, I was really kind of coming into my own, me a bit, around them time, a little bit. Demo, them on their Priest, Demo, them ways that time, Priest, Demo, Father Cat was still doing this thing out there, Webbzite, of course. Them time on the hip hop side, it was definitely Reg, G.I., Wiz, Backspin. Like you couldn't even. They was in a different category of they. So
who was them selectors that you had? It had to be because that's when you was hot back. You still hot, but back then I was like on fire.
I would say a little later for me than that. I was like the 210, like around the 10s
So what was a DJ that you had? They had to be on the same dance with you. Like it had to be a Maestro and X, Y, and Z.
I mean, for a moment, everybody tried to get me and Jamawi, but they couldn't happen.
Can you tell me about that rivalry? Because I was on Jamawi's side. He taught me how to DJ, and bro, yo, niggas did not like you. I didn't even know Maestro, and I ain't like Maestro.
Right.
How did they get like that?
Yo, bro, because it's just like when you got two dudes with egos, fam, and two dudes that think they top our tops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that's how it goes sometimes.
You think he had you? You think you had an edge over him though in the dancehall scene?
I think so, definitely. I think so.
I think
so. I mean, he's probably more entertaining microphone wise on the top. When it comes to chopping song, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 up till though, brother. There's not too many people road in that world. Yeah, when it comes to chop song, brother, you know if you're fuck, ain't too many cats out here like that. And at those times, that's when I started kind of bringing the soca in a little bit more too into the scene. Like that, I was playing soca before anybody gonna give me credit for, but I wasn't playing like 20 minutes of it. I played like 5 at song them time.
Yeah.
I mix it with some of the old I song them, the nanny wine and mix it a couple of new I song them time there, something like that.
That's back then. I feel like dancehall didn't really need other genres around it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just strictly as a dancehall part. I feel like that nowadays you really need to like drop in the soulcas. You need to drop in the R&Bs, the hip hops.
Fam, you have to, but you gotta think about it though. Like even in Jamaica, them time that I on before, a reggae party was not just reggae though.
It was a dancehall.
It's more when you got in specific areas where reggae party was just reggae party and it was just reggae. More so if you go to New York City, them time that you hearing souls, you hearing disco, you hearing the up tempo, you hearing the up to date hip hop and whatever. And you know, some R&B, even some pop, a little, depending on what songs was hot at the moment, them type of vibes. It's really, we got stuck in the reggae joint around here because I think everywhere else was just hip hop heavy.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere was hip hop heavy. So our parties, you go to Eclipse, you definitely gonna hear just reggae all night them time.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? So you feel like you had an edge over something back then though?
Yeah, man. Juggling wise, fam. Juggling, especially for a whole night, fam. I don't want to seem like I'm boosting myself, but there wasn't too many cats that had nights by themselves around here and could hold a night by themselves, whole night by themselves. I had Captain's Attic for a whole year, and that's probably what pushed me to the forefront at them time. That too was Captain's Attic. And the crazy part is me and him started Captain's Attic. He called me to do Captain's Attic.
What is that, like the Ball Out Sundays or something like that?
Yep. The original Ball Out Sundays was me and Jamawi.
Wow.
It was me and Jamawi.
So y'all got like a love and hate relationship?
I mean, you know what? We have a respect for each other's talent.
Y'all ended up on the same sound, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because y'all both was on Webbzite on the same time.
We have a respect for each other's talent. We may not like each other as individuals, human-wise.
Right.
And that's fine. You're not going to like everybody you deal with or work with. But at each other's talent, you'll never hear one of us say the other was trash. I could put that on money. I could put that Grant said neither one of us gonna say the other was trash musically. Maybe if we on a party together, we are chatting and talking, that we it. But and like you talk to us, neither one of us gonna say the other one was trash.
Was there any other rivals coming up?
I mean, you know, people try to me and Ghetto. You called me and Ghetto a rival them time.
Would you call him a rival with you?
I mean.
Yo, why you laughing though?
But he was parring with them time there too. Remember him and Jamali was real close.
He didn't like them either.
But they was ripping the town though. That was when Mighty was around and they was booking parties and it was Ghetto. I got to give credit where credit is due. They had parties where Ghetto and Jamali was on. Boom, that was it. You know what I'm saying? They had their joint. And them man that put in time and put in work. I got to give cats credit when it's due, man. Cats like a Ghetto Blast, no matter how people may feel about any of us as individuals, period. A lot of cats have put in time and put in effort.
Facts.
Have put in time and put in effort. Some maybe more than others. Some more skillful than others or whatnot. But still, a lot of men put in time. I just had a conversation with Redman about Dynamic. I watched Dynamic grow from, being the dude that's playing in the front of Eclipse. There's nobody playing. There's nobody there, only just to get drinks, and everybody in the back, and everybody in the back, and he's still playing. And we see where he's at now.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? I've seen the cats like a JK and Tiger Ty, those guys, like literally introduce themselves to me like I'm some joint. Like when I'm at Ruby Hall, and like, hey, I'm so and so. I'm just starting to DJ. I'm like, who these dudes? Whatever. And now you see them out here doing their thing. So, I give credit where it's due.
How do you feel about the new set of DJs? Because I feel like that young era, and I think it kind of stopped at me. Even people my age.
Y'all lazy.
Not even lazy, bro. We lazy, I'll give you that. But I feel like we try to skip our turn. So like how you said, Dynamic started in the front room of Eclipse where nobody was in, and he built his ranks up.
Yeah.
I feel like as somebody get an IG and a couple high school followers, they don't know how to mix, don't know how to select, don't know how to entertain a crowd, but they got it. They messing with two y'all, and they feel like they're it.
So I'm an elder now. I consider myself an elder in that business now. Even though I could keep up with everybody, I still consider myself an elder.
Almost.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like we failed some of the younger DJs though. I feel like the elder DJs, even in this, we failed the younger DJs because we always on this. We see the younger DJs as competition rather than seeing the younger DJs as, we can help them get to a level, to our level or even higher, rather than seeing them as competition. That's why you get this whole, even especially within like dancehall, you get the whole, them youth are no DJ, them don't know nothing about record, them don't know about buy record, them don't know about turntable. But y'all was trash too on the records. And furthermore,
what?
And furthermore, why would who's going to get a Zach Morris telephone in 2022?
Right.
Just to say, I got to.
Who's going to be walking around with 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 3, 4, 5, 10 crates into
if you don't have to. If you don't have to, bro. Nobody's going to do that. And that's like anything, bro. Nobody's going to drive a horse and carriage just to say, I know how to drive before they go get a Hellcat. No.
So do you feel like the younger cats link you and be like, yo, Maestro, I need X, Y, and Z help?
Some do. Sometimes I pour it on. Sometimes, I've learned in life that sometimes you come off wrong. Even when you think you're helping, it'll come off wrong. I definitely have. You can be no
question.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's times where we all help, and the help always is going to be quieter than the criticism. Right. You know what I'm saying? People can always talk about him send me bad mind. I don't like him because him sent me this. But if you're not going to tell him when he gave you a whole crate of songs.
Yeah. Or tell him he sat down with you for an hour trying to help him how to X, Y, and Z get himself to a different spot.
That type of something there. So we need more of that. And the elders in the business, including myself, we got to really teach the younger folks. And I get it. And that's literally in everything. You see it in rap. You see it in everything, bro, where the elders kind of attack. You see it in dancehall right now in reggae. The elders seem to be attacking the younger folks, and the younger folks feel like they got to defend themselves. Yeah. Rather than respect. I'm not going to respect you if you're not respecting me. And that's the same thing in our music. And, people so easy to follow nowadays, fam. Like you said, you get an Instagram or something, somebody look hot.
They can't tell them nothing.
Can't tell them nothing, fam.
You can't tell them nothing. But I think the difference between you guys, I think it even stopped at me, yo. I feel like when I wanted to DJ, I stayed in my basement. I stayed in them little rooms until I was bad. Mm-hmm. And I came out firing.
That's how I was.
I learned how to mix. I learned how to select. I didn't learn to MC because, you can't really talk in front of nobody.
Right.
But you got the fundamentals of music.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people are stepping out, don't know the fundamentals of music, and it's kind of scary because the crowd don't even care.
They don't.
That they not mixing right or they not selecting right. As long as you play they hot song 5, 6, 7 times, which we're not supposed to play a song more than one time.
One time. But so I'm going to tell you the difference too now. So especially when I speak within dancehall. So let's say the Showtime rhythm drop, right? Showtime rhythm drop back then. First of all, you had to go buy the record. You didn't even know the Showtime was going to be hot. You kind of figured it because of the artist lineup. I know the rhythm song and who produced it. D.F. Kelly at the time, by
he
producer.
Was on fire. Everything,
right?
Was,
yeah. So you kind of figured, well, this may be hot. So this is the difference in the DJs and young DJs now. The young DJs get the music at the same time as the people do. We was the music for most of the people. So when we were dropping mixtapes, so I'm heavy on telling people to put out content on music for the people, especially when it comes to reggae music. We are still one of the only genres in music right now where the DJs are responsible for a decent amount of what the people listen to. We are decent. There's no other genre right now where the DJs control the music. They may control some of the artists, but they don't control the music that's played. We still have that. A little bit. We got it more than any other genre right now.
Yeah, because hip hop, as soon as a song come out, it's on Tidal, Apple Music.
And if it's hot, but the reggae is too. But people got to go out and hear it because they're not hearing it on the commercial. It's not going to be in a popular playlist on Tidal or something like that. So it's different that way. But with reggae, so I take an example. I say the Showtime. So here's used to happen back when rhythms like that come out. The Mr. Easy, the Y.I.C.N, the Shaggy, maybe the Goofy on that. If it's like 3 of us in the dance upon a party, I may play that Showtime early, but I'm only gonna play like them tracks, Mr. Easy, maybe Y.I.C.N, the Goofy, the Shaggy and Rhea.
I did not know that.
So, but later on, when the time you play the whole rhythm again, but you don't play those. You'll play the Beanie, the Bunty, the Sham, the Cabra, and the Frisco. Them ways there. You see me? I said,
I didn't know that.
yeah, so that's how dances was different back then too. So a man can't play the showtime early because you got people they still want to groove and dance early, but you don't got to turn it up and play all the hits. The rhythms was like that. The Wiley, showtime, Brookout, and all these things. Again, the difference is, again, we had to pick songs. We're probably the last generation. It's nobody's fault. And that's the next. We got to stop blaming folks for the time they're born in. They can't help it, fam.
Right.
Can't
I
help
used to
that.
get that all the time.
Can't help that, fam. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it. And I'm also a victim of it too. But I mean, I'm saying you can't help the time you were born in, or how technology moves quickly as we get older or whatnot. You can't help that. So if your man figure say, oh, and I get it. When we got songs, we had to figure out where to put them in the crate. Whereas a lot of times with the younger folks, they hear us play them in the whole segment, so they just gonna play the whole segment because it's hot. It's in the dance. It's hot.
That makes sense though. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Where we had to figure out when I'm gonna play it, what time I'm gonna play it. Is this gonna be a hot song or not? Rather than it comes out and it's all over your feed now, and you know it's a hot song. You
play it, put it right to the prime time.
Or you either know if it's song whack or if it's trash just by your news feed alone, and how many people commented on it, or album or rhythm, whatever.
So back in the days, you had to test it. Like you play it early, get the crowd see, and then it just move up in
you see. So this is what I used to do. I'm gonna give you my perfect example. When I was at Captain's Attic. My joint, I would play songs early. I would play some of the new stuff around 11:30, around 11:15, 11:30 on purpose. Some of the new stuff. But I tell you, that's what I'm about to do. Brand new rhythm, rare. I want to get used to it, rare. If it's hot and you hear it started playing in other places on Hairplane, now that 11:15, 11:30 rhythm now is going to 12:30, 1 o'clock. As times move on. But again, now you don't got to worry about that because you know if something's hot or not. Today.
So if it dropped today, yo, that Skilly Bang, that bad, yo, the new cartel bad.
Yeah, I have to play it.
The people are going to tell you before you actually play it.
And that's a key too. So for me, you know, I call myself the lady select. You know I call myself that? Well, the ladies do too. Because I pay attention. Social media made it easy to figure out what they like. Watch the songs they posted. Look in their stories, and when they posting their stories of them in the mirror,
and they snapping.
Pay attention to them songs. You play that in a party. She gonna feel like you listening to, like you talking directly to her, fam. You know, damn we is that. You know what I mean? So it's different now. It's just different. At time is different.
Do you feel like you're known as a dancehall DJ?
Yeah,
like strictly and not a top 40.
I'm known as a dancehall DJ for a fact.
All right. So, with saying that, how do you feel about the current state of dancehall right now? How is that affecting your path in music?
So, how you do it? So, boom. Again, I'm gonna keep referring from them time there till now. Back in the days, you have your booker, a Wiz, or a GI, but at the same time, you book the Webbzite or you book the reggae DJ on your party.
Right.
Back then, and we kind of learned from each other. You know what I'm saying? You booked the Maestro, and you booked them trying to think was a hot hip-hop DJ. It's the same dudes back then, G.I., Wiz, and whatever. You booked them and you booked Maestro to quote-unquote play reggae music. You booked them to play the hip-hop or the R&B. I might slip in some R&B early because that's just what I do or whatever. But we learn from each other, right? So I say that to say this. We learn from each other. They know what the hot reggae is from me playing it and watching the crowd. I'll learn what the hot hip-hop is from learning from them and watching what happens, right? We learn from each other playing on these parties. But now, the DJs are a lot more versatile now.
No questions.
They're a lot more versatile now. So it's like, why am I going to pay? And, you know, we charge big money. So it's like, why am I going to pay you and you?
Do we charge big money, though?
I mean, according to the promoters, we do. According to the promoters, we do.
I think 2023, I got to up it again. So, I'm already kind of up there, but I got to up it again.
But here's the thing, though. I say this. Lately, I've been looking at myself and said, we've been looking at the business all along based upon the people we've been around. Now, think about this. In an 8-hour day, most people work what? Now, people just getting $16 to $20. Just know.
That's crazy.
Just now, right? Now, think about this now. You've been around people, and I've been around people who've been like, oh, man, I play for this. Man, I play for that. Nah, man, I play for less than $5 or $6 bills or rare. Now think about this now. $300. Think about $300 now for what we do, especially if you ain't got to bring no equipment or nothing. You just get for Y.I.C.N. No. Think about if you had to do that 4 times a week. That's $1,200
a
week. $1,200 a week times 52 is 60-something grand, almost 70 grand.
I didn't even look at it like that.
That's what we had to start. So when we saying I'm up there too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've definitely been the most expensive DJ in the area at one point in time.
I believe it. I book you for parties. I understand.
Yes, I'm definitely and respectfully so. When you hot or when you put in the time, we should give ourselves raises like regular jobs do.
Right.
So see this, but at the same time, we gotta remember too, these promoters and the people they don't say it like that. They don't see the $1,500, the $2,500 speaker. They don't see the $2,500 controller. They don't see the like. I still buy music, bro. I still buy music.
Yeah.
Even at 99 cents. And mind you, I came from a time where an album was $20 and we had to have the album. I had to have the rhythm, and it was $20 for the joint.
So you think like the evolving of music kind of watered down
a little bit to the point, but what you said earlier is very important, that the people kind of watered it down too, because they started accepting BS and not caring. So who am I to go in a party? It makes no difference. As long as you play my 5 songs that I just listen to in the car, I'm good. At 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Did that ever turn you off from playing music though?
Yeah. I've been turned off several times in my career for several different reasons. One, as I get older now, I can't take every date, and I don't.
You can't what?
I can't take every date.
Oh, okay.
I can't take every date. And you got to understand yourself and say like, yo, this is not for me. I'm almost 40. These cats is out here 2019, 2021 making music. Ain't no 19, 21-year-old dude making music for me to relate to them for.
Sight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same way back in idea. When the Slim Thing came out, we're talking in the 80s now. When the Slim Thing came out, they said that was going to be a flop. They said that's going to ruin reggae.
That changed music. That was the first
computer rhythm, and
rhythm.
that's why they said it was gonna mash up. Oh, what am I do? We want the live sound. The man them still play a drum and bass and rare. When that came out, they was same thing.
But you know the difference though. I feel like that people call it reggae and dancehall, but I feel like that changed it up. Reggae is reggae. Dancehall is where the reggae is played, the music is played.
So that's how I grew up.
What I want to say is, I feel like it was when that computerized change up. There's still one drops, and they still do like Chronix is on like some
crazy
live band stuff, and it's still dancehall. But the current set of dancehall right now, it's not the original dancehall in the trap. It's just like straight trap.
So think about it, all right? So think about it. We're talking about like 05 to like maybe 12 when Steven did I Run the Place. Steven the Genius. Yeah. When Steven, you're talking about Cartel versus Movado them time there, right?
Those rhythms was different too.
And they said the same thing. The same thing they're saying today was the same thing they said about them rhythms at that time. I didn't even
look at it like that. And that was like one of the hottest era for me, girl. That was my peak era.
I'm just, yo, bro, that's what I said. So like I said, them time there when Cartel, even with Cartel. So all the stuff we complain about today, in the music, the content that people complain about, Cartel pretty much started it all.
Yeah, we love Cartel.
And man, them love, but when somebody else do it, it's different. And when it's not your era of people, it's different. Like I look upon that, even before Cartel and Movado and the gun, and I doing it on them Monday. You had the Bounty, the Beanie, the Spraga them. The difference is, commercially, we don't push different things now. At least back then, in the 90s, when Bounty had Slang Tang on the Gunman song, he still had Anytime. He still had I Couldn't Believe My Eye. You see me? I said him still had them Sunday. When Capleton have Bonota Chichi and slew them and them song there, he still had They Don't Change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It was more different.
The artists showed their ways where I think like these artists fall into one set or something. And then, but somebody likes it though. At the end of the day, somebody likes it. If it wouldn't be popping. Look at Skilly Banks said it himself earlier this year. He said, yo, I dropped Mr. Universe. That's probably the best song I ever did. You see nobody money pulling up Mr. Universe in the dance?
Right.
Nobody.
But it didn't have no like vibe to it, really, to me.
Nah. But he's talking about the content of the song. We complain about the content more than we complain about the song.
I feel like when people listen to dancehall, they want to hear dancehall. It's like they want to hear dancehall. Like if you understand what I'm saying, like you go to a reggaeton party, you hear the drum lines.
Yeah.
When you go to hip hop party, you know what you're getting yourself into. When people go to dancehall, they want to hear that.
So I asked the DJs. That's why I said the DJs of this generation are lazy, because I could say for a fact, there are cats like Quanda Bomb, Mikey Pressure, Jamal, we them on their Priest, are these guys that have CDs that still rep to this day. And so during that time, when they put out them CDs, those was brand new music to the people. Right. So that's how the people got used to it. Every car had it. Every hair salon you walked in, they was playing them CDs, me included.
Not to cut you off though, but y'all had quality content to put on these CDs.
I believe y'all have it, but y'all have to search for it. That's the difference. Y'all got to search more for it now. Okay. Because there's so much more music being thrown at you.
I'll give you that.
There's so much more music being thrown at you. And that's for the consumer, too. The consumer's the same thing. Again, that's why I say we still, as reggae music players and selectors, we still have that power to drop with 30. Now, one of the things I had to come, I think you was there, too. You Dynamic and Priest, and I said, listen, we don't have to drop 90-minute CDs now. It's 2022. People don't got that attention. They don't even got that attention span to listen to a 90-minute.
They driving 20 minutes to their car today from their house to their job. Or
so I guarantee you right now, if I go home and I make a 20-minute, 25-minute Vibes Cartel, Gal Only mix that sell off right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's 25 minutes. It's
But you
quick.
lazy too. And last time you dropped the mixtape.
That's a fact, though. I got lazy too.
Okay, so
I'm definitely. but I still got a catalog that I did already though. You know what I'm saying? Of mix CDs, but this is how you get the music to the people to change it. And I get some people, well, it's not gonna you won't know until you try it. Until you try it, and if everybody be consistent with it. If all the younger DJs right now drop some type of mix CD or drop some tape right now or something, that'll change the game. Because they mess with y'all. They mess with y'all even differently than we do because y'all got a better reach. Y'all got bigger reach because this is the era y'all came up in. So y'all reach is different. Y'all usage of social media and things is different from my era of people. You know, you've been around people my age. They old, they grumpy, they hate technology. They fight technology. I'm one of the few that actually like embrace technology. I think it's dope in many ways. Pros and cons of everything.
Wow. Would you pick, if you're DJing, would you pick a big crowd with light vibes or a light crowd with crazy vibes?
I don't know, man. That's rough. Because that big crowd, what's gonna happen is that big crowd, you're gonna have pockets. So you play some hip hop, the hip hop. The people just starting to get into now the Keisha Coles and the Fantasia them. You can have a pocket of females screaming their lungs out. But if you go to Madonna and Cyndi Lauper and them days that back then in the 80s and stuff like that, Whitney Houston, you can have another pocket screaming their lungs out, and them newer folks gonna be quiet.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing if you go again. We just did what? Hip hop versus reggae. Right?
Oh, that was a good one.
Right, we just did hip hop versus reggae. They went in there, they played Maze, Frankie Beverly, Maze, and Candy and all that stuff. They played a couple that they didn't play the first 2 times that they probably thought they couldn't play.
Right.
They didn't think with the crowd. And the crowd, that was probably the biggest.
That was the best part.
That was the best part of the night. That had us sweating, right? That had to keep it 100. They was looking at us like, what y'all about to play? Like literally. Now, I could have came in and played Bob, right? Probably wouldn't have got the same effect.
Right.
For that particular crowd in that particular venue.
How do you read a crowd like that? Because you was shooting, like you was. I don't see no misses in that party. And if it was a miss, I would tell you. But
it wasn't for the whole party.
And you didn't play your usual self because you usually like up to date, more current, trying to beat song in people's heads. And I feel like your route was kind of different.
You gotta know. You gotta know what you're playing for, fam. Like, and me and my brother was just talking about this the other day, about the whole R&B versus reggae joint. It's like, nah, fam. You gotta know in the shoot. You gotta know what works at this moment in time. This is not the time to try the body skilly bang. That wasn't the time to try at least a new one. I played Wop Wop and Wop Wop worked and whatnot. But this wasn't the time to try a brand new song off of Skang's EP right now.
Right.
Idiot Gal, which is a bad song. This is not the time for it. This is not the time. It's just you got to know that's experience. That comes with experience itself. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But back to the original question, I might actually take the crowd, the smaller crowd, with the crazy vibes. Because when you start getting them in the vibe, you could do so much different stuff. That you off the wall stuff.
Like what? Like just different songs.
Different songs. Like you've seen me fail and work. Both of y'all have been around long enough to see me fail and have certain things work. You'd be like, oh.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You said something about fail. Yo, can you could, if you want to tell me about this or not, can you tell me about the time at Spring Bling that you was hosting and I just seen security get you off the stage.
No.
Tell me about what happened.
I'm gonna tell you. So this was I forgot which Spring. I think it's probably the second one. I called the Wake Up Club of Rochester the Breakfast Club.
Oh my God.
That's it. Simple as that.
Why would you do something like that?
You're not thinking about. Come on, fam. Let's keep it 100. Where are they now? Where are they now? Come on. I'm not thinking. And I didn't see it. And mind you, I know all of them personally. I know Tariq. I know DJ Rain personally. I know Sight. I know them. So it wasn't, and they didn't really take it as nothing. I don't think. I hope not. Maybe.
Why did security take it like that though?
Not security didn't take it as the owner. This is the owner's daughter who said, "No, get him off stage."
Yeah.
Yeah, but they couldn't really kick me out because my equipment. Y'all was using my equipment on stage, fam. What you mean?
Oh, so if I'm going, the party done.
I'm the party. So we had to wait till a certain moment. I was like, I'm not going nowhere. My turntable's on stage and my laptop. So I went and got one of the consoles was mine and my laptop was up there. So I'm not going nowhere. I hosted and did that. I promoted for y'all on my own radio, on my radio show and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a simple mistake. It wasn't nothing intentional. But I could understand from they trying to build a brand.
And you think they should have went about it like that though?
Hell no. They shouldn't have went about it like that.
Yeah.
And me being who I was at that time, I could have been a hothead, went on Facebook and did a rant and this and that. But keep it professional. You sometimes you just eat your L's. You know which battles to fight and not to fight. Sometimes you want to say something, but tonight I ain't gonna fight that battle because there's other people involved, not just me.
There was a time and place that you wasn't like that though. Like you was taking it on Facebook, taking it
fact.
there.
That's a fact.
That and the third.
Oh, that's a fact.
So give thanks for growth. And I don't think I grow all the way there.
You're around certain cats, you learn. I could tell you learning. You're around cats. You're around me. You're around certain cats and whatnot. And you learn it. Now, you still at an age where sometimes you do got to let off, fam. Sometimes it's good. We got to get stuff off our shoulder and let it be known like, yo, listen, fam, I see what's going on. A lot of times what it comes down to, people think we don't see what's going on because we don't say nothing. But nah, so sometimes I go, nah, I see you, fam. I see what's going on. I may not say nothing. I may just take note and adjust sometimes because at the end of the day, you're going to need me before I need you in that aspect. That's how I tell everybody look at stuff. They're going to need me before I need them 99% of the time.
Talking about who? Like on the promoter aspect?
Any aspect of that when it comes to music. That's how I always feel.
As a DJ, you feel like a DJ always going to last beyond everything and everybody.
Me, yes.
I see it's been happening. Yeah. I see a DJ, the same set of DJs you've been around, there hasn't been the same set of promoters around for the whole time.
That's a whole fact.
It's always every 2-3 years another set of promoters.
That's a whole fact.
Another set of promoters. Another set of promoters.
That's why I gotta give cats like JC, Priest, them City Nights, Dixon.
Oh yeah, they've been around. Yeah,
they've been around. I gotta give those cats that joint. We've seen many come and go. Many come and go. I was outside in the cold with these dudes doing flyers for it. Everybody got a different event. We all swapping or doing this or going to other events, going to 5 and 6 events in the cold, going to the hip hop shows to promote our dancehall or quote unquote reggae events and whatnot, going to the clubs and doing this and standing outside the club when you want to go home or go home to your girl, or you had to leave your girl at 1 o'clock. You had to come out the house to make sure you reach the club to do that. So back to what you said, even earlier, what you said, you see these cats skip the line, quote unquote, skip the line. Then they get mad sometimes when we do puff our chest a little bit like, yo, we been here. So what we have now that y'all mad about and saying, it's favoritism, it's popularity. I hate that.
You put in the work.
We put in the work.
I hate when people, it's not even DJs, it's just everybody.
In general.
Y'all go with the popular people. They go with who they know. They don't know y'all. Y'all could be selling the same thing, promoting the same thing, playing the same set of songs, selling the same jewelry. We don't know y'all. Y'all need to get out and do a little bit more. It's not a popularity contest.
It's work.
Put in the work.
It's work, fam. It's work. Yes, you got once in the blue moon, you get a new person that just hop up and pop up out of nowhere or something. But even 9 out of 10 times, they've been putting in the work on the other side that you ain't even get to see. So that one moment they use that opportunity to blow up and do whatever, whether it's a clothing line, a comedian, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? We knew Major Hype for years. And it took Major Hype to go on social media, and his videos was getting videos all the time. He got even more popular during COVID when there wasn't nothing to do. He took advantage of the situation. Noah Poa took advantage of social media. Polish took advantage of social media, SoundCloud away, in ways that I didn't even gonna hold you. I wish I could. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
Definitely, it's a fact, man. People gotta give people credit. The whole, they only mess with the popular folks or this. Nah, cats put in time. So why are you hating when you see a group of people that have put in time come together and say, you know what, we can make each other better? What's that? And furthermore, if LeBron James is your friend, fam, and you about to go play basketball, fam, you about to pick a team. You're not gonna pick LeBron,
right?
So I don't get it. Sometimes I be misunderstood. Like, come on, if my friend is the best chef, and I keep events, they're gonna be on all my events. Why not? They're top. They're the top of top.
They be like, they booking who they know and booking their friends. This and the third.
If my friend is hot, yeah. If my friend is hot, or even and we as black people too, we gotta get to this. We gotta get to the stage at this point in time where we understand that, we ain't even gotta be friends. All of us don't always get along at the same time.
We really don't.
We really don't, fam. For the most part, a lot of us around each other, we don't get along.
They be thinking we best of friends. People, me and Maestro play good as hell. We busting up parties. We don't even talk. We don't even call each other outside of the club like that. So y'all gotta understand it's not a friendly thing. It's missions. We on a mission. It's
mission and it's business at the end of the day. Big up everybody who do this something as a hobby on a side gig, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But people gotta be able to separate the real one them from that, and don't vex when the real one them act a certain way versus the people would view this as a hobby act. Don't put us in the same category. It's disrespectful to both sides.
How do you operate around people who do that? How do you operate around people like you're taking this as a business and people are taking this as a hobby? So if you're charging a $4 and they just want to come drink or free and charge $100, how do you work around that? Because I know it's been happening from Walk Be Killed Philip.
Yeah. You got to add value to what you do. You got to make them people see that. So when you put me on a party, or you put yourself or anybody on a party with one of them people that would just want to be drinkers and be seen on the scene or whatever, you kill them.
But what is it? Doesn't that do something for you? Because say I am a promoter and say somebody, it's really not hard to DJ these days, but say somebody's charging $1.50, $100, and you still wanted that 4 bills, and they're undercutting you basically, and they're booking that $100, $150 DJ. What do you have to say about that, and how did you work around that?
Work harder. I would just work harder. I'm gonna keep my own events. Y'all seen what I did for a year, the 2 years? I had a whole venue to myself basically, and people took it the wrong way.
That was on my topic, man, because I don't even mean to I ain't want to bring that up, but
I understand it.
Nah, but they said that you was in that venue. We're gonna talk about Taste of Bahamas. You was in that venue and you was hogging us out of the venue. I remember I played in there one time in 2018, and I ain't DJ back there since 2021.
So and that's cool. So
that's not cool.
Listen. I tell everybody this, bro. I tell everybody me work with promoter, club owner, protect your business at the end of the day. Protect your business at the end of the day.
What you saying though?
What you saying is you have a what you call it. Longevity always gonna reign. You know what I'm saying? Even when the money's small or whatever, it's so much easier to hop in certain things and get the quick money, and then you need a new spot.
Oh yeah.
You need a new spot real quick. So I always tell people, do your due diligence. I would never say don't put this certain person or don't book this person, but if you ask me certain questions about how I feel about somebody, I'm gonna tell you 100%. Now how somebody else take it, that's different. If you tell me musically, if you ask me about a DJ musically, how I feel about, I'm gonna tell you. But here's the thing though, people could be cool people, and we DJs, we got egos. So when somebody say we trash, we take out somebody that say go suck your mother. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you could be the coolest dude, we could go out and buy drinks and go hang and do this or whatever and go chill. When it comes to playing music, if you trash, you trash. You can be a good person and be trash at the music.
And I feel like we take that to the heart.
We do.
Really.
We do. We all do. We do.
I feel like if you play basketball bad, they be like you trash, you don't say nothing. If you can't even get a girl, they be like, man, you ain't get no girls, so you don't do that. But tell a nigga he don't know how to DJ.
What?
Gunshot, you forget.
No, for real though. And that's the thing. So back to your initial question about Taste of Bahamas. So if you ask about certain DJs, and they see it too, they've been around. Now, people got to understand, this wasn't I walk in the club, and I'm going to put this out there too, because I need this to be known to a lot of folks. I've never walked in nobody's venue and be like, yo, let me get this, or let me do this or that. Besides like me renting a venue out like Pazzo or Clips or something like that for an event. But as far as these nights is concerned I've had over the years, fam, no, everybody's come to me. Forward to me. Pause. Why? But everybody's forward to me as a business because they see the business I do. They see the awards. The awards ain't just happen for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you think the Rock Awards really like did something for your career?
In certain spaces,
yo,
yes.
Why? Every time you post it, like when you do your flight, like 5 times award winning, you think that does something for your career?
Hold on. When we talk about Jay-Z, what we talk about? How many Grammys he won, right? When we talk about Jordan versus LeBron, what we talk about? How many championships they won, fam?
Yeah.
We talk about the championships, fam. Talk about your accolades.
True.
What you do. So I feel like, and for this now, when we talk as DJ, I'm nice. If I was trash, you can have that claim and say, why you talk about this? But I'm nice at
I get what you're saying.
I'm nice at, so I feel like if everyone, they pick the right person because I'm nice at what I do.
They ain't pick me. They ain't pick the right person. Anyways.
But I'm saying, so if they pick somebody trash every year who wasn't doing it, who wasn't putting in work, who wasn't doing this, I have a gripe. Everybody could have a gripe. But what y'all mean? I've been consistent over the years. I've rocked with people. Y'all see, I get along with pretty much most of the DJs, most people, most of the time. Most of the time I get,
that's cap.
You know what I'm saying? As far as musically, at least on stage, I say music on stage.
Yeah, definitely.
On stage, I have chemistry with pretty much everybody. Good chemistry of everybody that got talent, put it that way. Everybody that got talent.
Yeah, the people who don't got talent they don't like me, you. They don't really like, I feel like the people that's untalented don't like the people with talent. I don't know why. Y'all could come to us for advice or something. But y'all, all that hating stuff, you don't gotta do that.
So even Taste of Bahamas. So I would say protect your business, right? Protect your business.
So you never went to them and say, yo, don't put X, Y, and Z in this spot.
Nope.
That's cap, bro.
Nope. I ain't say never not.
You never went to the club and say, yo, don't put this promoter, this DJ into this club.
Facts.
Facts you did?
No, facts. I never said to not do it.
That's cap.
Nah, fam. I'm telling you, fam.
You want me to switch the question? Or?
Nah, no. If you ask me about somebody specific, I tell you. If you ask me, hey, how about this promoter? You sure you want that for your establishment? You sure you want that? Because you got to have checks and balances and everything, fam.
That is a fact.
You have to have checks and balances. If a lot of these other places had checks and balances,
they would probably still be open.
They'll still be open. Taste of Bahamas is open right now because they had checks for a decent amount of time. They had checks and balances.
Yo, why you said for a decent amount of time? So they don't got checks and balances no more?
Sometimes. I don't know. But you know what? You want to try something different too. So I always say this though. I say it like a relationship. I always say this. You may not want. I tell all the women this too. To all the females I deal with this, fam. Over the years, listen. If you got to move on and be a better person without me, you feel you're gonna do it. That's fine. Because if I really care about you, I'm gonna let you do that.
True, that is true.
You know what I'm saying? If I really care about you, and you feel like you could do better as whatever and grow better, that's what I want you to do. So if anybody that feel that way, I'm cool. Yeah, see, I still go to Taste of Bahamas. Yes, I don't DJ there as much as whatnot. You know, try something new, try something different, see if it works for you. It may or may not. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. But that's, at the end of the day, it's what you call it. As far as me being there, my little tenure there, they wanted a sound. They wanted, as far as like, they wanted the place to feel a certain way, look a certain way. I provided that for them. They wanted to be versatile. They wanted the soca. They wanted the heavy on the soca, less on the dancehall, heavy on the Afrobeats, less on the hip hop at all. Period.
Right,
and whatnot,
right.
stuff like that. I provide that. I'm versatile, so why not? And I'm experienced in this too. I'm experienced in the game. That's how I've been able to, sometime evolve as time goes on. How many DJs you seen that's lasted right now that can keep up with y'all? To keep it on y'all killing the game right now. Y'all young cats are killing the game. It's a group of y'all who have talent. I know how to. Y'all know y'all way around music and turntables. How many of us older dudes can really keep up with y'all?
It's only like 2 of us, but that's another topic though. Because most of them is That's the same thing in your era though. It was like 10 hot of y'all, 100 whack of y'all. It's
Facts,
like 2-3 of us, and the rest of them are just like they in the way.
Yeah,
that's a whole other topic though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you ever been loyal to not even a set of promoters, but like loyal to something in this entertainment company, and you turn around and was like, damn, I was loyal to you for nothing? Like maybe you were dedicated to a promoter, dealing with him at a set price. Or
you may feel like that initially, and we all do. That's just the human in us initially. But down the line, you're like, nah, we good, because in life everybody get used. We all using each other at the end of the day. We all using each other at the end of the day. Initially, you'll feel that way. So like, boom, if I'm dealing with a promoter, X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I was on all the big concerts for years. We know that. I was on
where?
All the big concerts here, all
Right,
of them.
right.
I was on Carefest. I was hosting Carefest before I was a part of the actual community itself, the committee and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was on all the bigger shows here. So, and stuff like that, the Spring Blings and that type of nature. Then that stopped for a minute.
Why?
I think people wanted to go another route. And then you get people in your ear too. People wanted to go another route. People want to go another route. They want to try something different. Sometimes they get tired of you. People, you know how this works. You get people that be like, well, that brother, they put dip on everything. Try something different. Not because you're not doing your job, but because they tired of see you upon flyer, tired of see you hear your name or this or that. It happens.
Do you ever feel like having all this talent, you ever got to a point where, I don't know if you ever got this, but I get this. It's like, I wouldn't call them gatekeepers, but I know I always find a way how to work around. Have you ever felt like there's somebody that's been at this status that could put you on that big party or put you to the next level, and they just like, you're not kissing their ass, so they just try to go around you?
It's always that way. It's always going to.
And what do you do to work around that?
You just work harder. You work harder. You show them. You get to the point where they got to come see you. I got to that point where they got to come. I'm
sure your ego probably got you in trouble, but you got to use the music.
Definitely. But you got to put in the work to have the ego though. Cats got the ego, but they ain't got the work ethic and don't got the history behind it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, everybody know I got an ego since day one. Now I ain't even gonna say since day one. It's really when I started MCing for myself. When I started out, because you gotta have confidence, fam. You can't be no timid, and I'm timid in life. In regular day joint, I'm a timid, quiet, shy type of dude. But when I'm on that microphone, or we talk about music, even in general as a convo, fam, I'm a different person. That's all.
Right. No
Maestro's a different person. Whole fact. But you got to in our game, fam. You can't be no punk on the mic. And even then, we see I went to clashing, and people still say, I'm not avid, really. I'm not too aggressive. Them ways. But you know what I'm saying? You still gotta have your confidence.
Do you like clashing? Because you was on Webbzite for how many years?
I was on Webbzite for probably like 4 years.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that story. I feel like we all got a story for Webbzite.
Nah, Webbzite. Well, Big's father and my father were like best friends. Rest in peace, Monday. They were like best friends as me and Biggs was growing up. We grew up in the same area on the east side. So we know Biggs like a cousin, like a distant but close cousin. We lived literally, his dad lived at the corner of my street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we know that. So when Biggs forward back home and said, yo, boom, I have Webbzite still, and him want to put some new blood on his own, rare. I was the first one. He came out and he saw me. He's like, oh, me know Maestro. I'm here, rare. You know what I'm saying? Maestro, come, rare. Nah, I'm good.
How was Webbzite back in the 90s? I don't mean to cut you off.
In the 90s, Webbzite was the big sound.
They was running the place?
Yeah, they had the most dubs. They had the biggest dancers. Birdie was keeping the biggest dancers, putting Webbzite on the big dancers and stuff like that. Yeah, they was definitely them. Lovers Rock.
What was that? You said like 2019?
Nah,
I mean, not 2000.
Nah,
I mean,
nah.
1990s.
Yeah, late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
Webbzite, Lovers Rock, Ocean still doing their thing.
I'm talking about. I know. I understand. I'm just talking about the website.
The website, yeah. So website was running. I mean, they had dances with Mighty Crown. They was bringing the Stone Loves. They was bringing the Mighty Crowns and all these things. That type of stuff.
So you said you joined website like 2011 or 12.
I want to say maybe 13 or 14. So I think around there. I want to say because we went to US Rumble 2018. So I say about 13, 14. We had 4 years. So even when I joined website, it was still just Chuck and Biggs, the main people. You still had honorary people like Nitro and Reg or whatever. But when I joined, it was like new blood because I was still hot at that time too as a juggling dude in the area. I ain't gonna say worldwide, but here in our area, I was still a hot juggler. So it wasn't like I was on a downfall and I just needed to join the sound. It's more so I'm hot.
I'm bringing something to the table.
They bringing something to the table. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
So we're just you on the sound. You like running everything, DJing, digging up jugglings, the clashes.
Yeah, I wanted to take it to the juggling because that's where the money at, fam. Let's keep it 100. That's where the money at.
Right.
And this music joint, I love dub plates, but dub plates make 0 cents.
I think the fame is at where the dubs though, like the clash, and they could get the juggling up to where it need to go.
But you gotta be able to juggle first because you need them fans to come to the clash to support you.
That is a fact.
So you got to build that through juggling. It's never going to be the other way around. Clash fans are not coming to jugglings to hear their clash sound. They're not.
That's a fact.
The juggling fans may come to a clash though to hear their juggling sound, their favorite juggling sound though. That's all I said. If Platinum Kids ever clash like Noah and Polish, that's gonna be one hell of a clash.
Yeah, because everybody got their fans, but in the juggling, they're gonna come out. I'm gonna be on Polish side, and no, I'm gonna dog them.
Yeah.
So So it was just you on the sound. When did you get more members? Like when did your best friend join the sound? And how was that clashing? Like with the egos and.
So I'm gonna keep it 100, and everybody know this already. So I was ready to walk off the sound when the announcement was made that gentleman was coming to join the sound. Because like of all people on God green earth, really and truly, and even for I give him credit too for even to be like, yeah, I'm gonna join the sound where I know I don't like this dude is on the sound too. You know what I'm saying?
Say you talking about Jamawi.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give people the history.
Oh yeah. So you know, at that time when Jamawi joined the sound, we still didn't like each other. That's a whole fact. So it's like, who's gonna walk away first? Who's gonna leave first? But we're both talented dudes. Big up Ford because Big up Ford made it happen. Bigger Ford, our respect for Bigger Ford made us put our egos a little bit to the side.
For a minute.
A little bit. Put our egos to the side to say, yo, we could build something. We have something. You got 2 talented dudes here, 2 very talented dudes with a passionate owner in Biggs, you know, and whatnot, who want to make and see something. He sees something in his head. He sees a vision. Because if he ain't seen no vision, he wouldn't have did it in the first place, guys. Because for me, that's family. To me, that's like family before anything. You know what I'm saying? So if he ain't see the vision and see the potential that could have had, you know. But as of everything, you try something to always work.
How did that go? How did that start going? How was
I mean, our first clash was us versus Material, which I know everybody was shocked. And I think that clash, everybody wanted to see us lose because now you got, quote unquote, the 2 hot DJ them on one zone, so people vex them.
Y'all lost that dance, all right?
We won, fam. I don't care what nobody say.
Nah, y'all lost that.
We lost in tune for tune. The 3 rounds, you were there. The 3 rounds was
that was clean lockoffs. I hate
it should have been a lockoff.
I feel like I don't know. It's like the town like you, but when you clashing, it's like
they like you.
I don't know how it goes. Yeah, it's like they.
But that's the rule. So I ain't even gonna hold you. So before that clash, I remember we was practicing in the studio in St. Paul. We had the studio in St. Paul.
Damn steps.
Yeah, the mug stairs there. I remember I said, yo, bro, I'm going in there. I'm a lock-off dude. Because anything can happen in tune for tune. The crowd could turn on you. You could play a one wrong song, make a one wrong speech, and the crowd turn on you in tune for tune, and the momentum is gone. You've been kicking somebody weird end the whole night. You know what I'm saying? You've been killing them the whole night. That's why I don't even like going for tune for tune. Go for the lock-off. But that clash, that's what happened. We won the 3 rounds. We went to tune for tune. I didn't even hold you. I ain't prepared for tune for tune for that clash. I didn't. Because it wasn't going to tune for tune. But we did tune for tune anyway, even after the 3 rounds. So we had a couple clashes together. He started playing the sound by himself. He's more comfortable that way. You know, he's one of those dudes, you know, he like to do everything himself, and nothing wrong with that. He's good at it. He's great at clashing. You know, it takes some reps with him. You know, he did his thing as a clashing by himself on website. I was still a juggler, though. I was still a juggler.
Right,
for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We still putting out content, things like that. So everybody had their place. But then, you know, he decided to leave the sound, and then that was around US Rumble time. What's that, 2018? Yep, 2018. Yeah. He left the sound, and then I remember we had a clash against Black Magic in California Brew House. And I think Black Magic had won U.S. Rumble the year before. Either won or came in second place the year before. So everybody's like, ooh, y'all about to lose, and Jamari left his own. That's your best person, and he's the Clash dude. He was the Clash dude on the sound. Oh, y'all about to get killed. We locked them off.
Oh, yeah, it was like you and Fireboss.
Me and Fireboss, and we locked them off in 3 rounds.
Wow.
And they went to U.S. Rumble. A lot of things happened at U.S. Rumble. We went good for 2 rounds, which helped too. In that 3rd round, we just unraveled as a team. We unraveled and whatnot. And then after U.S. Rumble, it was a good experience. I think we should have took advantage of certain things that time. We could have clashed some of them sounds that
Definitely.
was on U.S. Rumble. But things happen, whatever. And then I left the sound. I know everybody be like, oh, why you left the sound? It was the moment for me to step away. That was the moment. A little bit after that time is the moment for me to step away. I face everything and whatnot. There's a lot of energy around it, and it was best for everybody involved. Just step away. And you see, I'm still around the sound.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was on some old F you and this no go down red. You know what I'm saying? It was more so, sometimes you just got to know when to step away.
Now I'm the boss on the sound, okay?
Yeah, I see, and y'all did good. And congratulations, y'all keep that energy up, fam. Because y'all got the potential to be greater than anybody on Webbzite has ever been.
Yo, between me and you, I think it's still an ego thing when it comes to like certain DJs. Because even me and Clips, we do a good job in front of each other, in front of the crowd, but we still be like, under the turn to side turn to side kicks and punches and all type of shit like that. It's like a big ego.
So here's the thing. So for me as a selector, people say I'm better as a selector than I am if I'm out front. I could do both, but I love playing music, and I have no issue stepping back. Even though with like people like Priest, me and our joint is different.
Yeah.
Y'all seen us rip up stuff, and that's the dude playing the sound. But for me, as an MC, sometimes I know you probably feel this way. If you play a song or a succession of songs and you have an MC, and you're like, nah, bro, I didn't want you to say that. I want you to say something else. Or I expected you to say something different. That's why I played these songs behind that. You have that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like that too sometimes.
Yo, there was a point in time where back in the 90s, I feel like DJs got more respect. Facts. Back in the day, it was like Stone Love. They charging big money. It was a DJ. The DJ didn't need to have a 9 to 5 to be a DJ. Once you're a DJ, you're a DJ. You step out, it's $7 bills, $1,000, $1,500. Even $1,000 for the local people. When out of towns like Stone Love and these big people, 3 bands, 4 bands, they get treated like not even the money. They get treated with respect.
I can't even get a bottle of water in the club nowadays.
They get a bottle of Moet.
Moet, brother.
Yo, when I brought Wayne Wonder surrounding, I said, yo, Face, what you want to drink? He said, yo, bring a bottle of Moe. I said, yo, what the fuck? But then I said, yo, I the general that, and that's what he used to. I got to keep the standard.
Facts. What
messed that up in Rochester? Because I didn't see it messed up. I came in here and that shit was messed up.
You know what it is, though? One, when the DJs stopped seeing themselves on flyers, the names of it. And I think One Love was the first, One Love Entertainment was the first promoters that I knew of that didn't have the didn't have the DJs on it. It's not that they did, it's that the DJs accepted it. Anything we do, we got to take accountability for. We accepted it, or the DJ. I ain't gonna say me, but most of the DJs accepted it.
Why did y'all allow that?
Well, why did they allow that? I gotta ask.
Why did y'all allow that?
I don't know. I wasn't on much of their parties for a reason. And whatnot.
I feel like I was on. I think me and Dynamic was on. They was in the platform.
They was in platform for a good minute. Yeah.
I feel like we was. I don't feel like I got a bad treatment back then. It was me and Dynamic.
And this is a real joint. When I was at Captain's Attic and I was getting paid very decent money at the time, all I had to bring was my controller and my laptop, and I was good. And I remember them specifically. One Love Entertainment came in and told the bro, yo, y'all paying him too much money.
What?
Y'all paying him too much money.
Nah.
Come on, fam.
You lying.
I'm dead serious.
So that's where you got it from.
Fam, this is coming from the promoter at the time, inside the Captain's Attic, fam. And to me, that kind of messed up the game because I'm pretty sure that was the rhetoric around town. I always say when you hear it once, they said it before about the DJs in period, but then that's up to us to be like, nah, fam, we good.
I was going to ask you, can you blame the promoters? Because on the promoter aspect, if you got a $1,000 bill and you could try to knock that to $500,
business
as a
business.
promoter, I would do that. But why did the small set of DJs, because it's not 20 and 30 of us. Facts. It's about 15 of us, and I really want to say 10 of us. So why did we allow that?
So this is the story I heard, right? This is not even a story. This ain't no story. I ain't heard this. This is a real life conversation, and I've had it several times. And this was inside of Captain's Attic, and I remember who it was. It was me, Scrap, I want to say Priest, and Wiz.
Which Scrap?
More Scrap or Scrap that.
Oh, the host.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's basically a member of Power Squad, basically, right? So, and I remember he's saying how they came in the game. Now, I kind of get it from a certain perspective, but it kind of, you box yourself in when you do this a little bit. He said they were coming in the game. They knew we had heavy hitters in the game. Me, the Regis at that time, you know, Jamal always made, Jamal always the Ghettos and all these stuff. You know, we charge X amount of dollars. Okay, if these promoters only deal with these people, how do we break the ice? We're gonna undercut you.
What you mean?
Undercut, like whatever you want, we're gonna charge less.
So you heard that from the grapevine?
Yeah, no, that wasn't from the grapevine. I heard that from Scrap.
What did he say?
He said that that's our game. Our way to get in the game is gonna be to undercut the other DJs. That's how we're gonna get in. Then we're gonna run it. That's what it was. That's a fact. Now, this is actually what big businesses actually do the same thing too. They undercut the small dudes, or in these cases undercut the bigger DJs, and to get in, and you kind of run the game. Now you would think you were going to control it, but it didn't work out like that really, because sometimes that boxes you in now. Because when you start working with a promoter and y'all doing parties and you charge an X amount of dollars, and I say, I need to give myself a raise now. You'd be like, nah.
What raise?
What raise? What you talking about, fam? Especially if they feel you need them more than they need you. And big up to y'all DJs now. I gotta say this. Big up to y'all DJs now that's keeping events. Because these put the promoters, show the promoters.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I never heard that conversation, but
it's real life conversation.
I felt that coming in the game. I was like, bro, I might be 16, 17, but in a couple years, I got bills to pay. I got an apartment. I got to get out of mommy house. I got a car note. I can't be doing this 250, 300. I can't do it. I don't even want to come out. I didn't even want to come out for 3 bills.
Nah, that's a fact.
Bro.
That's a fact.
When they said, I got everybody together, I was like, yo, we need to X, Y, and Z, get a set price, and it never worked. I said, bro, I got to throw my own parties. I'm not about to do this rat race with these dudes.
And part of the issue is we don't know how to separate business from friends. A lot of the promoters we start working, especially if you're a younger DJ and you kind of hot, you start working with, you start kind of running around with them, and now you consider them your friends now. And y'all both stop looking at it as a business transaction. It's still a business transaction. It don't happen for everybody, but a lot of cats stop looking at it as a business. It's still a business transaction. You my boy, but listen, fam, I got bills to pay, fam.
I got big bills to pay.
And that's why you doing it, to pay bills too. So we all got bills to pay. So you got to look at it like a job, fam. I need that raise. I need that bread, though.
Do you feel like that conversation, not to cut you off, do you feel like that conversation that y'all had, the undercutting, do you think that really did something big to our prices in the town?
Depending on the market you was trying to be in, I guess. If you was in that market of that time, of that market, which was, again, at that time, the market was still kind of separate versus you had the reggae events and the reggae promoters, and you had the reggae DJs, quote-unquote reggae DJs and the quote-unquote hip-hop DJs. Now, definitely it has, because now most of the DJs are versatile and can play this, and the promoters feel like I don't need four DJs. Some of them do. Some of them feel like if I got one dude who could play a little bit of everything and maybe one thing nice, I'm good with that. So I'm gonna pay him $250, $300 with equipment or whatever, rather than come and see you for $500 plus equipment and charge extra 3 bills for that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't see certain things in our market. We just started seeing TV screens in our market. How long that's been out? We just started seeing lights and stuff in our market.
We just started seeing bottle girls.
We just started
seeing table lights. Big up to Dixon and we just started seeing a lot of that.
We just started seeing a lot of that. Why? Because we assumed it was expensive, and the promoters assume, if somebody gonna charge for that, it's gonna be expensive. If you're gonna have to DJ, we just started seeing lights and parties. Really, like keep it 100. We just started seeing lights.
We started seeing bottles, sparkles. We really just started seeing all that.
Even party lights in general. We just started seeing that in parties right now. Besides if it's somewhere else like an event center that had that stuff already, but we just started seeing that. Why? That's all about money, fam. So because that's been out there. We all seen it. We've seen it for years. We just started getting it though because stuff started being more affordable. People started to figure out we could do it ourselves. I don't need to pay nobody. The reason we wasn't doing it because they didn't want to pay nobody.
That's crazy. But I knew when the game was messed up, man. I seen a flyer. I seen a name on my flyer, and the dude said he didn't want to book me for more than 3 bills. But they had a best dressed costume
300,
500 giveaway.
500.
So you about to give away a girl 5 bills, but you only want to give me 300? That's all you can afford? I said, I got to do my own parties.
Here's the issue, and we may close it at this, but here's the issue I saw. I say this. People started looking at DJs as like maintenance dudes. You can find anybody to do the job.
Damn.
They started looking at DJs as you can find anybody. Rather than at a point they was booking us, I want this vibe. Fire Kid got that vibe. I'm gonna book Fire Kid for this party. I'm gonna book JK on this side. I'm gonna put that person because of that vibe. Now they're basically booking DJs because you're a DJ, not because of the the spice you offer, whatever, the vibe you offer. Not to say, you know what I'm saying? They're not booking Maestro now to say, you know what, Maestro got that segment he do, that joint, we need that at this party.
They're not booking him for that?
They're not booking you for that now.
They're booking it for how much people you can bring through the door.
Not even know that. These promoters think and they do. Some of them do got the following. It doesn't matter who they put on flyers. For some of them, it don't even matter. They're not booking. Nobody's booking the DJ right now because of their following. It's a couple of them that still book because, okay, this person talented, or they may have a following. They do nice at what they do. But most part, they booking DJs because I know a DJ. How much he charge? Okay, cool, book him. That's it. That's it though. Let's keep it 100. That's what it is. That's what it is, man.
Yo, Maestro, we gotta get you back, man. Because I feel like you got a lot of other stuff that you not getting up your chest.
Nah, fam. It's a lot, fam. We've been in this game a lot, fam. It's a lot that be going on. My guy LK been around a lot. He's seen a lot. It's a lot of stuff that goes on. That a lot of times you got to put it out there. And again, like I said, me as an elder now, it's to teach the cats. I tell another joint I tell advice. All you do is get an LLC and start claiming all your equipment. Period. So we shouldn't be paying for equipment. It's 2022. Get your LLC up. Everything you do, a meeting, you go meet a promoter for something, whatever. You buy a shirt, you buy your clothes to go to the party. Go claim that at the end of the year, fam. Deductible. That's another thing too, but yeah.
Gems dropping. Yo, Maestro definitely going to be back, people. So, just keep it locked. Like, subscribe, share. Youngest in Charge podcast. We out of here, all right?